Thank you. Honourable members, we are living in a changing and increasingly uncertain geopolitical context. This reality requires the European Union to strengthen multilateralism and to diversify its partnerships worldwide while reaffirming our values. In this regard, we have seen a clear willingness from the European Union to deepen its engagement with other regions, including the Gulf region, where the Commission is launching strategic partnership agreements and free trade agreements that will reinforce our framework for cooperation and deliver mutual benefits for citizens on both sides. In this context, this report seeks to set the course for the future of relations with Saudi Arabia, a country that has undergone significant positive transformation over the past decades. This report was done listening to human rights NGOs, the Commission, national authorities on human rights, and the most important actors, people. I want to thank them all. The text has 4 main sections. First, it focuses on bilateral relations between the European Union and Saudi Arabia. We recognize the progress made towards the strategic partnership agreements with sustainability and the energy transition as central pillars, closely linked to the EU's strategic autonomy. We also call for stronger due diligence processes and deeper cooperation in regulatory, security, education and research fields, while promoting academic mobility. At the same time, we support moving forward on visa waivers to boost tourism and strengthening people-to-people exchanges, since the cascade was granted, which means multiple entries during 5 years. Second, the report addresses Saudi foreign policy and its cooperation with the European Union. We recognize Saudi Arabia's growing role as a relevant diplomatic actor, as well as its mediation efforts in Gaza, Ukraine, Lebanon, and Syria. In this context, we propose strengthening cooperation on foreign policy and security, based on the principles of multilateralism, human rights, international law, and maritime security. The third section focuses on socio-economic transformation and opportunities for the European Union. We recognize Saudi's economic diversification under Vision 2030, highlighting concrete opportunities in infrastructure, digitalization, and critical minerals. We also acknowledge social and economic progress, particularly in the participation of young people and women. They have passed from 17 to 37% of labour force, while stressing the need to fully implement reforms and the abolishment of kafala system and improve personal status law. At the same time, we call for effective protection of migrant workers, especially in the context of Expo 2030 and the 2034 World Cup. Finally, relations with third countries cannot be understood without addressing the importance of human rights for the European Union. We welcome the existing EU-Saudi Arabia human rights dialogue, but call for a more results-oriented approach with clear indicators and timelines. We propose a European monitoring mechanism that inclusion of human rights, mutual conditions in future bilateral agreements, and the ratification of the remaining international human rights conventions. While recognizing recent progress, we are clear that significant challenges remain. We therefore call for the immediate release of detainees, a review of the counter-terrorism legislation, access for international human rights organizations, and express concern over the increase of death sentences, calling for a moratorium and the abolition of the death penalty. In conclusion, this report represents a first step towards a necessary, respectful, and mutually beneficial relationship. Our leadership is linked to our strategic autonomy, and that is related in how do we address our relation with the rest of the world. Thank you very much to all.